What's up, Juliana Superstar fan? What's up? How's it going, guys? You guys are early. I like it. I like it. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Rachel's also live. Oh, good. Uh-oh. Juliana and Rachel's competition's going. It's heating up. Just film some videos. You're subscribed with notifications. Awesome. I love to hear that. Thank you so much. All right, here we go. That's why you're early. Thank you so much for coming early. All right. Here we go, guys. I got 2 people in here, 2 likes. Perfect. Thank you so much, guys, for liking. Like and subscribe, says Valeria. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. All right. All right, let's get USA started for Valeria. All right, here we go. Let's go. Let's get a little bit of red, blue, and white. Let's go, Valeria. All right, Mexico. All right, Mexico is added. Dominican Republic. All right, Dominican Republic has been added. Let's go. France has been added. All right, here we go. Here we go. Let's take a look, guys. All right. USA. There you go. There you go. Awesome, USA. All right, coming up next is going to be Australia. I see a request for Australia. Let's go. Awesome. Let's go, Australia. Let's do some yellow. All right, guys, I'm only taking requests from subscribers. So you have to let me know if you're a subscriber, and then I will take requests. So, only taking requests from subscribers. So let me know if you're a subscriber, and then put your request. All right, Italy, I have added you. At 50 likes, we will do spin art for 1 lucky subscriber for their very own name. Right now, we're just doing countries. All right, Portugal. All right, just added Portugal to the list. All right, let's take a look at Australia. There you go, Australia. All right, next up is going to be Thailand. All right, here we go, here we go. Let's go, Thailand. All right, you're subscribed and you want Mexico. Thank you so much for subscribing. Mexico has been added. Here we go. Subscribers, guys, we're going to do 1 lucky subscriber spin art at 50 likes. Until then, we're just doing countries for subscribers. All right, here we go, here we go. Germany. All right, let's take a look at this one. A little bit of green, and let's go. Awesome. Here we go, Thailand. There you go, there you go. All right, next up, we're going to be doing Germany. Let's go. Guys, you have to let me know if you're a subscriber. So you have to let me know, and then the country you want. I'm only doing countries for subscribers. So if you want a chance for your country to be done, you have to be a subscriber. All right, here we go. Let's get Germany going. I see Antarctica. I kind of like that. Let's add that. Antarctica. All right, Antarctica has been added. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Thank you so much, Spain, for subscribing. You let me know you're a subscriber, and then you let me know your country. Thank you. Canada, thank you so much for subscribing. I got you added. Let's go, Canada. All right. Guys, at 50 likes, I will do a lucky subscriber spin art for 1 lucky subscriber. Germany, there you go, there you go. All right, Mexico, here we go. All right, you subscribe, thank you so much. All right, you subscribed, you want USA, let's go. I got you. Thank you for subscribing. All right, you subscribed, you want Tonga. All right, let's do it. All right, guys, at 50 likes, I will do one lucky subscriber for one lucky subscriber. So, I will do their name. Until then, we are just doing countries. If you want your request heard, if you want a chance for your request, you have to be a subscriber. All right, let's take a look. All right, Mexico. There you go. There you go. Awesome. Coming up next is going to be Portugal. Let's do green and red for Portugal. Here we go. Brazil, you subscribe. Thank you so much. I'm going to get you added to the list. Thank you so much, Brazil. All right, Brazil, you have been added to the list. All right, here we go. Here we go. All right, I'm going to do a special fan request for Grandma Dee Dee. All right. And then we're gonna do a lucky subscriber spin art after we do Grandma Dee Dee. So here we go. Portugal. Put in the chat. I'm gonna choose one lucky subscriber. So put in the chat your name and if you're a subscriber. I will choose one of you guys for lucky subscriber spin art. So put it in the chat your name and if you're a subscriber. Here we go. Here we go. All right, guys. Let's go. Let's go. Put your name in if you're a subscriber. Let's go. Awesome. All right, I'm going to choose one of you guys after we do Grandma Dee Dee. Here you go. That's for Grandma Dee Dee. There we go. I wish her the best. All right, here we go. Here we go. Let's do Tyson. All right, Tyson, let's go. You guys, don't worry. We're going to do another lucky subscriber at 100 likes. So don't worry. If you didn't win this one, we'll do another one at 100 likes. So do not worry. All right, guys, back to countries. So let me know if you're a subscriber and then the country you want. Back to countries. All right, I see a subscriber wants USA. All right, added to the list. Let's go. All right, let's go. Let's go. All right, Canada. Australia. All right, let's take a look at our lucky subscriber spin art. Here we go. Awesome, Tyson. There you go, Tyson. I hope you enjoy. Guys, in 6 more likes, we will do another lucky subscriber spin art. All right, here we go. Let's do USA. Let's go. Awesome. Red, white, and blue. All right, here we go. Here we go. All right, guys. We're going to do a lucky subscriber spin art right now. So put in the chat if you're a subscriber and then your name. I'm choosing one lucky subscriber. We'll do another one at 150 likes. But first, we got to do this one. USA. There we go. I'm going to start Italy. And then after Italy's done, I'm going to go and choose a subscriber. So make sure you put your name in the chat and let me know that you're a subscriber. All right. Here we go. All right. Guys, if you don't win this one, we're going to do another one at 150 likes. Let's go. All right. Ellie, you won a subscriber spin art. We will do another one at 150 likes. So do not worry. All right. Italy. There you go. There you go. All right, Ellie, here we go, here we go. You subscribed, you want USA? All right, I can add USA back to the line. Thank you so much for being a subscriber. Let's go. All right, USA has just been added. All right, there you go. All right, you subscribed, you want Philippines. All right, let's go. All right, Philippines has been added. All right, here we go. Thank you so much, Ellie, for being a subscriber. There's your lucky subscriber spin art. All right, next up is going to be France. Let's go, France. Let's start off with some blue. And then some red for France. Let's go, let's go. All right, guys. You subscribed, you want France. France is coming right now. In 7 likes, we'll choose one lucky subscriber to get their very own name done. In the meantime, we're just doing countries for subscribers. France, there you go. All right, you subscribed. Not France, but we just did France. You subscribed Canada. I see you. All right, I will get you added to the line. All right, thank you so much for subscribing, Canada. I saw Australia as well, so Canada. All right, and Australia. All right, guys, we are choosing one lucky subscriber for lucky subscriber spin art, guys. So put in the chat your name and if you're a subscriber. We're going to choose one lucky subscriber right now to get their own name instead of a country. So Dominican Republic, there you go. All right, here we go. Now we're going to do Mexico, and then I'm choosing that subscriber. Guys, if you don't win this one, don't worry. We're going to do another one at 200 likes. But we have to choose one after Mexico. One lucky subscriber. Who's it going to be? Let's see. Let's see. I'm looking in the chat right now. Right now. Let's go. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Eva, thank you so much for being a subscriber. Guys, don't worry. At 200 likes, we will choose another lucky subscriber. But Eva has won a subscriber spin art. There you go, Mexico. All right, Eva, let's get yours going. I hope I'm saying that correctly. E-V-A. All right, here we go. Here we go. Let's get that one spinning. I see a Chili. All right, Chili. I see your chat. Don't worry. We got you added to it. All right, here we go. I got you, Chili. Don't worry. You want Japan. All right, let's get Japan added to the list. Here we go. You subscribe. Thank you so much. All right, let's take a look. Eva. There you go. There you go. All right. Next up is going to be Nigeria. Guys, at 200 likes, I will choose another lucky subscriber in our lucky subscriber spin art game. That will be at 200 likes. So, if you want to be like Eva, remember to like and subscribe. All right, here we go, here we go. Argentina, you subscribed. All right, let's get Argentina added to the list. Argentina, you have been added. All right, France, let's go. All right, France, you have been added to the list. All right, guys, in 5 likes, I'll choose another lucky subscriber. Nigeria, there you go. Awesome. Romania coming up right now, and then Canada will be after Romania. Here we go. All right, let's get that going for Romania. Australia is coming. Australia, actually, hold up. Let's add Australia. Yes, thank you so much for subscribing. I will add Australia. All right, guys, here we go. Here we go. Let's go. All right, Romania. There you go. I really hope you enjoy. Here we go. Ukraine. All right, I got you with Ukraine. I will get that added to our line. Let's go. All right, guys, we have hit 215 likes. That means I'm going to choose one lucky subscriber for lucky subscriber spin art. So put in the chat if you're a subscriber and then your name. I'm going to choose one of you guys for lucky subscriber spin art. If you don't win, do not worry. We're going to do another one at 250 likes. So doing one now and then another at 250 likes. Canada, there you go. All right, as you guys write your names, I'm going to do England. So continue to write your names, and I'm going to choose from the chat. Here we go. Let's start England, and then I'm going in the chat. All right, let's look. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Kaylee, thank you so much, Kaylee, for being a subscriber. Guys, don't worry. At 250 likes, we will do another lucky subscriber. Kaylee has won this subscriber spin art. Here we go. Here we go. All right, England, there you go. I hope you enjoy. All right, Kaylee, thank you so much for being a subscriber. We're going to do another one at 250 likes. So if you didn't win, just make sure you're subscribed so you can play in the next one. All right, let's go, Kaylee. Awesome, awesome. Let's go. I got you, Ukraine. Don't worry, you're in line. Here we go. All right. Uh-oh, Sassy, I'm so sorry you got a nosebleed. Texas, there we go. All right, I got Texas added to the list. Here we go, here we go. All right, Yemen, I got you added to the list. Here we go. All right, Portugal. All right, coming up now is USA. Guys, in 8 likes, we will do another lucky subscriber spin art. So make sure you're subscribed so you can participate. All right, coming up now is USA. Let's do red, white, and blue. Red, blue, and white. Here we go. Awesome, guys. We're going to choose one lucky subscriber after we do USA and then Croatia. So put in the comment section right now your name and if you're a subscriber. So if you're a subscriber, you have a chance to participate in lucky subscriber spin art. Here we go. USA. Let's start Croatia, and then I'm going to choose a subscriber. So make sure you guys comment right now. Here we go. Awesome, guys. If you do not win this one, don't worry. We're going to do another one at 300 likes. We're going to do one now and another at 300 likes. So here we go. Let me choose a subscriber right now. Here we go. Awesome. Leo, thank you so much, Leo, for being a subscriber. We will choose another one at 300 likes. If you guys didn't win, do not worry. Croatia. There you go. There you go. Awesome. Leo, you have 1 subscriber. Spin art. Leo, let's get yours started right now. Let's do a little bit of red with some black on the outside. All right, Leo, here we go. Here we go. What's up, Gabby? How are you doing? All right, guys, we're going to go back to countries for subscribers. So I'm choosing countries from subscribers. All right. Here we go. I see your comment. I like it. All right. Leo, there you go. There you go. All right, guys, let's go back to countries. We'll do another lucky subscriber spinner at 300 likes. So let me know that you're subscribed and then your country request. If you want your request read or a chance to be read, you have to be subscribed. All right, coming up next is going to be Antarctica. So here we go. After we do this one, here we go. USA. Awesome. Now we're doing Antarctica. All right, here we go. All right, guys, we're going to do another lucky subscriber spin art at 300 likes. You have to be a subscriber to participate in lucky subscriber spin art. That'll be at 300 likes, and we'll play a little game. All right, now I'm taking countries. Here we go. Here we go. All right, you want Chargers? You subscribe. You know what? Since you subscribed, we'll do the Chargers. I got you. I will add you. Here we go. Here we go. All right. You want Scotland? All right, let's do Scotland. Thank you so much for being a subscriber. All right. Here we go. Let's take a look at this one. Antarctica. There you go. There you go. All right. Spain coming up right now. Thank you so much, Spain, for being a subscriber. We are doing yours right now. Here we go. Awesome, guys. Guys, remember to let me know if you're a subscriber. I'm only taking requests from subscribers. So if you want a chance for your chat to be read, you have to be a subscriber and you have to let me know that you're subscribed and then your country. So Gabe, you're subscribed, or Gabby, you're subscribed. You want Brazil. All right, I got you added. Thank you for letting me know. All right, here we go. Here we go. Spain, there you go. Awesome, guys. And 3 more likes. I'm going to choose 1 lucky subscriber for lucky subscriber spin art. So, in 3 likes, make sure you guys subscribe and then let me know in the comment section your name and if you subscribed. And I'm going to choose 1 of you for lucky subscriber spin art. Guys, I'm going to choose 1 lucky subscriber. So I'm going to do Canada and then Tonga. And then I'm going to choose my lucky subscriber. So, put in the comment section your name and if you subscribe. All right, after we do Tonga, we're going to choose Canada. There we go. There we go. All right, Tonga coming up right now. Let's go. All right, here we go. Here we go. Let me wipe this off real quick. You know what? I'm going to choose my subscriber after I wipe this off because we're taking a little too long. So, I apologize. Here we go. I'm going to go in the chat after this gets wiped off. Let's go, guys. Make sure you are commenting. I'm about to look in the chat. So, here we go. Let me take a look at the chat. We are choosing a lucky subscriber right now from the chat. They have to say that they're subscribed and then their name. So, Tonga, let's get some red on there, some pink, and I'm going to go in my chat right now. Let me look. Let me look. Here we go. Guys, we're going to choose another one at 350 likes. But this one, Cameron, you have 1 lucky subscriber spin art. At 350 likes, we'll choose another lucky subscriber. So, here we go. Tonga. Awesome, awesome. All right, Cameron, let's get yours going. Here we go. All right, all right. What's up, Alex? Thanks for subscribing. We're going to do another lucky subscriber at 350 likes. So do not worry if you didn't get this. I know you didn't get this one, but do not worry. All right, guys. We're going to go back to countries. So let me know if you're a subscriber and then the country that you want. I'm only taking requests from subscribers. So if you're not a subscriber, I will not take your request. So if you want a chance for your request to be heard, you have to be a subscriber. All right, here we go. There you go, Cameron. There you go. Awesome. All right, coming up next is France. Guys, at 350 likes, we'll do another lucky subscriber spin art game. So just make sure you're subscribed, and then you can participate in our game when it comes time. All right, guys. Right now, you subscribed, you want New York. Thank you for subscribing. Let's add New York. Thank you so much for subscribing. All right, New York has been added. All right, Canada, you subscribed. Thank you so much. Canada has been added. All right, here we go. You subscribe, please do Belgium. All right. Belgium just beat the USA in the World Cup yesterday. I was very sad because I was going for the US, but you guys have a great team. France, there you go. So congratulations. That was a big win for you guys. Made me sad, but I hope you're happy. All right, Argentina. Let's go. Let's get some blue and then some yellow. All right, guys, we're going to choose 1 lucky subscriber right now. So put in the comment section. I'm actually going to do this one, USA, and then I'm going to choose the lucky subscriber. So put in your comment section that you subscribed and then your name. So I'm going to choose one of you guys. There we go, Argentina. If you don't win this one, we're going to do another one at 400 likes. So we're doing one now and then one at 400 likes. So put that you subscribed and then your name. We're going to do it right after we complete the U.S. right here. So get ready, guys. We are almost done with the U.S. We got the red, the white, and the blue. So we're going to let that spin. Here we go. All right, let's take this off, and then I'm choosing that subscriber. Here we go. Oh my gosh, that turned out so cool. Look at that. USA. There we go. Awesome. Subscriber is, let's see. All right, Ariana, you have one subscriber spin art. Guys, don't worry, at 400 likes, we're going to choose another lucky subscriber. So, until then, do not worry. Just make sure you're subscribed and you can participate in the next one. And the next one will be at 400 likes. I will choose one lucky subscriber in our lucky subscriber spin art game. So, you have to be subscribed to participate. Ariana, thank you so much for being a subscriber. I appreciate it. All right, here we go. New York coming up right now. Big Apple. All right, let's do New York. Here we go. All right, let's do a little bit of blue. And then we will do some red. Here we go. Let's get that one spinning. All right, guys, I'm only taking requests from subscribers. So, if you want a chance for a request of a country, be subscribed. We are only doing countries until 400 likes. At 400 likes, we'll do one lucky subscriber. So, right now we are doing countries and states. New York. All right, there we go. There we go. Awesome. Australia coming up right now. Let's go, Australia. Here we go. All right, Australia, getting that one going. Here we go. Awesome. Italy. Thank you so much, Italy, for being a subscriber. We got Italy added to our list. Here we go. Here we go. All right, guys, at 400 likes, I will do a name for one lucky subscriber in our lucky subscriber spin art. I'll be at 400 likes. Until then, we are just doing countries. So, make sure you let me know in the comment section that you're a subscriber and then the country that you want. I'm only taking requests from subscribers. So, here we go. Here we go. Let's let this one spin. Here we go. India, you're a subscriber. Thank you so much. Let me get India added to the list. All right. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Canada, thank you so much for being a subscriber. I got you added to the list as well. Let's go. All right. Let's take a look at this one. All right. Canada, there you go. Thank you for being a subscriber. All right. Brazil coming up. All right. Brazil. I saw a subscriber said that they were Georgia, USA. Let's get Georgia, USA added. Georgia, USA. Awesome. That has been added to the list. I got you, Georgia. All right, guys. At 400 likes, I will choose a lucky subscriber name in our game of Lucky Subscriber Spinner. Until then, we're just doing countries and states. You subscribed, you want Virginia. All right. Here we go. I got Virginia added. Do not worry. Here we go. Here we go. Poland. I got Poland added now. Thank you, Poland, for being a subscriber. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Awesome. Brazil. There we go. Awesome. All right, guys. In 2 more likes, we're going to choose one lucky subscriber in our Lucky Subscriber Spin Art game. So if you want to participate, you need to be subscribed. Here we go. Awesome, Canada. Let's get this one going. All right. Here we go. Here we go. India, I got you. Do not worry. All right. Springfield, USA. All right. I got you added to the list. Do not worry. Here we go. Here we go. Malaysia, you subscribed. Thank you so much, Malaysia. All right, guys. We're going to choose one lucky subscriber. I'm going to get this one off and do Australia. After we do Australia, I'm going to choose one lucky subscriber. So all you have to do is subscribe and then let me know that you subscribed and then your name. That's all it takes, guys. Here we go. Awesome. Let's get this one spinning and then we're going to choose someone from the comment section. Let's go. Guys, don't worry. We'll do another one at 450 likes. So if you do not win this one at 450 likes, we'll do another one. So do not worry. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Let's see. Let's see. All right. I see a name, and that name is going to be... That is not a name. Oh, my goodness. I need a name. Here we go. All right, Chloe. Thank you so much for being a subscriber. Thank you so much. All right, we're going to do another one at 450 likes. So do not worry, guys. Australia, there you go. 450 likes. We'll do another Lucky Subscriber Spin Art. That is 22 likes away. Guys, I see a lot of requests in here. I'm only taking country and state requests from subscribers. So you need to let me know if you're a subscriber and then let me know your request. So USA, you subscribed. All right, thank you so much. I will add USA to the list. All right, here we go, here we go. India, I got you added, do not worry. All right, Canada, I'm not sure if you're subscribed. You got to let me know. All right, Chloe, thank you so much for being a subscriber. Here we go, here we go. All right, Texas, you subscribed. Let me get you added. Let's get Philippines started, and then I got you. All right, Philippines, start. Let's get it started. All right, here we go. All right, Texas, you've been added to the line. Let's go, Texas. Here we go, here we go. All right, Wales, you subscribed. Thank you so much for subscribing. I got you added, Wales. Here we go, here we go. South Dakota, you subscribed. Thank you so much, South Dakota. All right, guys. I got 450 likes. I'll choose one lucky subscriber, and they will get their name done. I'll be at 450 likes. You have to be subscribed to participate in Lucky Subscriber Spin Art game. We'll play that game at 450 likes. All right, guys. Right now, we're only doing countries and states. You have to be subscribed if you want your request to potentially be read. So I'm only reading requests from subscribers. So what that means is you have to let me know that you're a subscriber, and then you let me know what state or country you want. And that's when you have a chance for me to read it. All right, Portugal, you are not subscribed. All right, here we go, here we go. Awesome. Let's take a look. Japan, there you go, there you go. All right, I see Wyoming, you subscribed. Let's get Wyoming going. All right, I got Wyoming added to the list right now. Let me add it real quick. All right, hold up. All right, guys, we just hit 450 likes. So that means I'm going to choose one lucky subscriber for Lucky Subscriber Spin Art. So what that means is you got to comment right now your name and if you subscribed. So comment it right now. I'm going to do Montenegro after this one, and then I'm going to choose one lucky subscriber from the comment section. Here we go. All right, India, there you go. All right, Montenegro coming up right now, and then we're choosing our subscriber. If you guys do not win on this one, do not worry. We're doing another one at 500 likes. So not too far away if you do not win. So do not worry. All right, here we go. Here we go. I'm going to choose my subscriber right now. Let's go. All right, Joseph, thank you so much for being a subscriber. You have been selected. Guys, don't worry. At 500 likes, we'll choose another lucky subscriber. That one went flying. Montenegro, there you go. All right, Joseph, let's go. Awesome. Let's do a little bit of orange with some yellow. And then we'll add a little bit of purple in the middle. Awesome. Here we go. Here we go. Awesome. Ukraine is in line. Minnesota, you subscribed. All right, I got you, Minnesota. All right, Minnesota has been added to the line. Here we go. You subscribed, Portugal. Thank you so much, Portugal. All right, I got you, Portugal. All right. Australia, you got to subscribe. Let me know if you subscribe, and then we can do Australia. Egypt, you got to let me know if you subscribe. Then we can do Egypt. All right, Joseph, thank you for being our subscriber. There we go. There we go. Awesome. Switzerland coming up right now. Let's do red and white. Let's go. We're going to do red, orange, and white, actually. Let's make that one pretty cool. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Here we go. Guys, you have at 500 likes, we'll choose one lucky subscriber for Lucky Subscriber Spin Art game. That will be in our game. We'll choose one lucky subscriber. That will be for our game. Right now, we're doing countries and states from subscribers. You have to be a subscriber, and you have to let me know. And that's how you have a chance for me to pick your country or state. Chile, coming up right now. Let's go. You subscribed. You want Australia. All right, Australia. Simple enough. Thank you for subscribing. I will get you added. Here we go. All right, Australia. There we go. All right, here we go. Here we go. All right, let's take a look right now at this one. Chile. There you go. There you go. All right, next up will be a Japan. All right, Japan. Let's get a little bit of white with some red. All right. There we go. All right, Canada. Thank you for subscribing. All right, USA, thank you for subscribing. All right, let's see. Morocco, thank you for subscribing so much. All right, here we go. Here we go. I got you, Morocco. Puerto Rico, you did not subscribe. You gotta subscribe and let me know. All right, here we go. Here we go. I got USA added. I see requests coming in, but you gotta let me know if you're a subscriber or not. Here we go. All right, Japan. There we go. There we go. Awesome. Australia coming up. All right, Australia. Let's get yellow going. A little bit of pink in the middle. All right, here we go. Awesome, guys. You have to let me know if you subscribe. So put that you subscribed and then your name. I mean, not your name, but then your country. We'll do a name at 500 likes for one lucky subscriber. Australia. There you go. All right, Mexico. You subscribed. All right, let's get Mexico added. So do not worry. Let's get Mexico added to our list. Thank you so much, Mexico, for being a subscriber. All right, Mexico. You have been added to the list. Here we go. All right, Puerto Rico, you subscribed. All right, I see a comment that you did subscribe. Remind me of what country you wanted and let me know that you subscribed. All right, guys, in 3 likes, we'll choose one lucky subscriber in our lucky subscriber spin art game. Texas, there we go. All right, guys, we have hit 500 likes. That means we're going to choose one lucky subscriber for lucky subscriber game. So what that means is that you guys need to comment your name and that you subscribe. After we finish this one, we are going to find a subscriber. So let's go. Let's go. Guys, don't worry. We're going to do another one at 550 likes. We'll do another lucky subscriber game at 550 likes. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Let's get it spinning, guys. Awesome. Here we go. Awesome. All right. Our lucky subscriber is Amelia. At 550 likes, we'll do another lucky subscriber. So do not worry. All right. Portugal. There you go. There you go. All right. Amelia. Let's get yours spinning. Here we go. Pink and blue for Amelia. Awesome. Here we go, guys. Here we go. All right, guys. I see another request for Argentina. Thank you so much, Argentina, for being a subscriber. I have got you added to the list. Let's go, Argentina. All right. Here we go. Amelia. There you go. There you go. All right. Georgia, USA, coming up right now. All right, we'll do Georgia the country. We will add Georgia the country. I see Georgia the country in there. Let's add that to the line. Georgia. All right, Georgia, you've been added to the line. Got both Georgias going. All right, you subscribed. You want Egypt. All right, we can do that. Thank you so much for subscribing. I will get Egypt added to our line. All right, you subscribed. You want USA. All right, I got you guys. Guys, I see a lot of requests for names. We're just doing countries and states for subscribers. So, if you want your name done, make sure you're a subscriber, and we'll do a name at 550 likes. We'll play a lucky subscriber spin art game. All right, here we go. Scotland coming up right now. Let's go. All right, Scotland, let's go. All right, you got to let me know your country, and then if you're a subscriber, I'm only taking requests from subscribers. All right, Tennessee. Thank you so much for being a subscriber. Let's get you added to the line. Thank you so much, Tennessee. All right, here we go. Here we go. Awesome. Let's take a look at this one now. Scotland. There we go. There we go. All right, Virginia coming up right now. All right, Virginia. Here we go. All right, you have to let me know if you're a subscriber if you want your spin art done for your country. So I'm only taking requests from subscribers. So if you want a chance, you have to be a subscriber. Ohio, thank you so much for being a subscriber. I have got you added to our line. Let's go. Let's go. All right, I did spell Tennessee wrong. You are absolutely right. All right, we got Tennessee added. Do not worry. All right. Oh my gosh, that went flying. Here we go. Tennessee coming up right now. Let's go. All right, Tennessee. Let's do pink with some orange for Tennessee. All right, here we go. Here we go. All right, we got Ohio. You subscribed. You want that Caribbean. All right, Caribbean has been added to the list. Let's go. Let's go. Awesome. Here we go. Tennessee. There you go. Have I already done Italy? I have, but we can do it again. If you're a subscriber, let me know, and I will add Italy to the list. Let's go. All right, here we go. Let's get this one added. Thank you, guys. All right, I'm only taking requests from subscribers. If you want a chance, you have to be subscribed. All right, Costa Rica. I got you. Thank you for being a subscriber. All right, Costa Rica. Here we go. Guys, don't worry. At 550 likes, we'll do a lucky subscriber for their very own spinner with their name. Minnesota. Let's get you added to the list. There we go. All right. You subscribed. You want Philippines. All right. All right, guys. Coming up next is Italy. All right. Brazil. There you go. There you go. Awesome. Italy coming up right now. Let's do green, white, and red. All right. Here we go. Italy. Here we go. You want Manchester? You subscribe. All right. All right. Manchester has been added to the list. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Let's see. I spelled Ohio. I got you added. Don't worry. All right. Turkey. All right. Here we go. Coming up next is going to be Canada. Guys, at 550 likes, we'll choose one lucky subscriber in our lucky subscriber spin art game. You have to be subscribed to participate. All right, Canada, let's go. All right, guys, I'm only taking requests for countries, states, and cities. Those will be from subscribers only. So, you subscribed, United Kingdom. All right, I got you. All right, United Kingdom. All right, here we go. You've been added. Do not worry. All right, let's take a look at this one. Here we go. Guys, in 5 likes, we'll choose one lucky subscriber for their very own name. All right, Canada, there you go. United Kingdom, you skipped the line. Thank you so much for being in the stream with us. To show our appreciation, you have skipped the line. All right, United Kingdom, here we go. Let's do some red and let's do some white. Guys, we're going to choose one lucky subscriber from the comment section. So comment right now if you're subscribed and then your name. You have to be subscribed to win. All right, let's go. We're going to let this one spin. I want to see the names coming in. Let's go. I'm going to choose the name. And 5, 4, 3, 2. I want to make it clear. We're going to choose another name at 600 likes. 2, 1. All right. I'm choosing my name right now. All right. Grayson. Thank you so much for being a subscriber. We're going to choose another name at 600 likes. So do not worry. All right. United Kingdom. There you go. All right, Grayson, you have been selected. Let's go. All right, Grayson, let's go. Let's let that one spin for our man, Grayson. Here we go. Awesome, Grayson. Here we go, Grayson. You subscribed. You want YouTube. All right, I got you. Let's do one that says YouTube. All right, here we go. Here we go. All right, let's take a look at our lucky subscriber spin art. Guys, we're going to do another lucky subscriber spin art game at 600 likes. Grayson, there you go. So make sure you're subscribed. Right now, we are only taking requests from subscribers. So let me know that you're a subscriber before you give requests, because if you want a chance, you have to be a subscriber. All right, here we go. All right, let's go. Let's go. All right, let's take a look at Belgium. Oh my gosh, that turned out so cool. It's one of my favorite ones, actually. Belgium. There we go. I'm actually going to put that one off to the side. I like that one. That one's pretty cool. All right. India. Let's go. Let's do a little bit of green with some orange. Here we go. Here we go. All right, guys. That's 600 likes. One lucky subscriber will have a chance to win Lucky Subscriber Spin Art. All right. Right now, we're only taking... Oh, England, you subscribed. Thank you so much, England. All right, guys. Here we go. Here we go. Somebody asked if I have TikTok. I do have TikTok. It's Big Bro Teo _. All right. Let's add Italy as well. All right. Here we go. Coming up next is Canada. All right. India. There you go. All right, guys. We're going to choose one lucky subscriber in our lucky subscriber spin art at 600 likes. Here we go. Canada. All right. I got you, Canada. Do not worry. You are coming up right now. Let's let this one spin. Here we go. Canada. Awesome, Canada. Let's go. All right, all right. You subscribed. You want Sweden. All right, Sweden, I got you added to the list. Do not worry. Here we go. You subscribed, you want Philippines. All right, Philippines, you have been added to the list. You want Rhode Island? All right, man, I like it. I like it. That's a unique one. All right, Rhode Island has been added to the list. Here we go. Here we go. You subscribe. Can I do Poland? Yes, I can. All right, Poland has been added. There we go. All right, let's take a look at Canada. All right, Canada. There you go. There you go. All right, coming up next is Minnesota. Let's go. Awesome. Let's start off with some blue, and then some pink, and then some green. Let's go, Minnesota. Here we go. All right. Minnesota. Here we go. All right, coming up next, you subscribe, you want Texas. All right. All right, coming up next is going to be Ohio. All right, here we go. Minnesota. I hope you enjoy. Guys, at 600 likes, we'll choose another lucky subscriber for Lucky Subscriber Spinner. That'll be at 600 likes. You have to be subscribed for a chance to win Lucky Subscriber Spinner. Ohio, red and black. Let's go. Let's go. All right, you subscribed. You want Kansas. I got you. Let's get Kansas added. Kansas has been added to the line. Let's go. You're subscribed. You want Antarctica. All right, Antarctica has been added. All right, California. All right, here we go. All right, Ohio. There you go. There you go. All right, Rhode Island coming up next. Let's go, Rhode Island. Don't worry, Antarctica. I got you added to the line. I think that's a great call. Here we go. Rhode Island coming up right now. You subscribed. You want Virginia. Here we go. Here we go. All right, Virginia. Let's go. Did I move Poland? I didn't mean to. I got you. I got you, man. I'll do Poland next. I apologize. All right, all right. Rhode Island. There we go. There we go. My apologies, Poland. I thought I put it there second, so I apologize. Let's get Poland going. I'm so sorry. I'm doing that for you right now. All right, here we go. Poland. Let's go. All right, here we go. Here we go. We're going to do a lucky subscriber name at 600 likes. I saw that comment. So do not worry. All right. Poland. There you go. There you go. All right. Coming up next is Texas. Here we go, Texas. All right. Let's do some orange and white for Texas. Here we go. Here we go. Awesome, guys. Make sure we're subscribing and liking, because at 600 likes, we're going to choose one lucky subscriber for Lucky Subscriber Spinner. That'll be at 600 likes. All right, here we go. There you go, Texas. I hope you enjoy. All right, let's wipe this down real fast. There is a lot of paint on here. But, guys, we're doing our Lucky Subscriber Spinner in one like. So we need one more like, and I will choose one lucky subscriber from the comment section. So, one more like. Here we go. Here we go. All right, here we go, guys. All right. Let's go. One lucky subscriber will be chosen in one more like. Here we go. I moved to England. I didn't move to England. I'm still in the U.S. All right, here we go. Here we go. All right. One more. Oh, here we go. We hit it. I'm going to choose one lucky subscriber. Here we go. Oh, my goodness. Let's go. All right. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right. Selma, thank you so much for being a subscriber. We're going to choose another lucky subscriber at 650 likes. So, Selma, thank you so much for being a subscriber. Here we go, Selma. All right. Let's get Selma's going right now. Here we go. All right, Selma. Let's go. Let's go. All right, Selma. Let's take a look. Thank you, Selma, for being our lucky subscriber. Thank you so much. All right, guys. We are back to countries and states. All right, Springfield, USA. Isn't that home of the Simpsons? I don't remember. All right, but let's do a little bit of yellow and some black. And throw a little red in the middle. There we go. There we go. Awesome. Here we go. All right, here we go. Here we go. All right, guys, you have to be a subscriber for me to take your comment. So, Springfield, USA, there you go. All right, you subscribed and you're from Indiana. All right, Indiana, thank you so much for subscribing. Let me get started with Kansas, and then we'll do Indy, and then I will add Indiana to the list. You will be added to the line. Indiana. All right, Indiana has been added to the line. Here we go. Here we go. All right, here we go. Here we go. Kansas. Awesome. There we go. All right, coming up next is going to be a California. All right, California. Let's do a little bit of pink with some purple. All right, you want Utah. The Utes. All right, I got you. Do Milwaukee, you subscribe. Thank you for subscribing. Let's do Milwaukee. Let me get Milwaukee added to the line. Oh my gosh, that just went flying. Here we go. Awesome. California, there you go. All right, here we go. Here we go. Indiana coming up right now. Thank you so much, Indiana, for subscribing, guys. At 650 likes, I will choose one lucky subscriber in our lucky subscriber spin art game. I'll be at 650 likes. All right, here we go. Here we go. This is not India. This is Indiana. Indiana, it's a state in the U.S. India is in line. Indiana, there you go. All right, I did not move Philippines. Philippines is still in line. All right, Milwaukee coming up next. All right, here we go. Here we go. You just subscribed. You want Seattle? I got you. Let's do Seattle. All right, Seattle is added to the line. Here we go. Do Wisconsin. All right, I got you. Wisconsin. Added to the line. Let's go. Let's go. All right. Milwaukee. There you go. Awesome. Awesome. All right, next up is Texas. Let's go, Texas. Let's do a little bit of orange with some white. Here we go. Woo. There we go, Texas. Awesome. I see some more states. California. Let's get California added. Here we go. Here we go. Awesome. Awesome. All right, Louisiana. All right. All right, Louisiana has just been added. Here we go. All right. We're going to go back. We're going to switch between countries and states. So, next up for our countries is Malaysia. Here we go. All right, Texas. There you go. There you go. All right, Malaysia coming up right now. Let's go. Purple and pink. Let's go, Malaysia. All right, after Malaysia is going to be USA, and in 9 likes, we're going to choose one lucky subscriber for lucky subscriber spinner. Malaysia. There we go. All right, USA coming up right now. Let's go. In 9 more likes, we'll choose one lucky subscriber in our lucky subscriber spin art game. That will be in 9 likes. Let's go. Let's go. Awesome, guys. Here we go. Let's get it going. All right, guys. In 6 more likes. Here we go. Keep it going. Here we go. Here we go. Awesome, guys. Let's go. Let's keep this spinning. All right. Let's go. Here we go. All right, USA. There we go. There we go. All right, next up is Wales. All right, Wales. Let's go. Let's do a little bit of blue and some yellow. Here we go. Here we go. Awesome. Let's go. Let's keep that spinning. All right. I'm going to choose one lucky subscriber from the comment section. So comment right now your name and if you're a subscriber. So, let's go. Let's go. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Comment your name and if you're a subscriber. I'm going to do Wales. Here we go. All right. Let's get Utah started. And I'm going to look in the comment section for one lucky subscriber. Guys, don't worry. If you do not win, we'll do another one at 700 likes. So, let's see. All right. Luke, you didn't let me know if you're a subscriber, man. All right, Bree. All right. If you want a chance to win at 700 likes, I will choose another lucky subscriber. Here we go. Utah. Awesome. Bree, I got you coming up right now. Let's go, Bree. All right, let's do pink with Blue. Let's go, Bree. Come on now. Here we go. Awesome, awesome. Let's go. Here we go, here we go. Armando, what's up? All right, we're going to go back to countries and states. Bree, there you go, there you go. All right, South Dakota coming up right now. All right, guys, let's play a subscriber game. So, let's see. I'm going to play a little game with you guys. I am going to put the next subscriber, or not next subscriber, sorry. We're going to play a subscriber game. Once we get to 21,000, so we need 76 more subscribers, and you will go on this circle. So, I'll choose one lucky subscriber after we get 76 more subscribers to go on the circle. Alright, until then, we're doing countries and states. Here we go. South Dakota. Awesome, awesome. There we go. Next up is going to be Seattle. Let's do green and blue for Seattle. Here we go. Here we go. Let that one spin. Alright, let's go. Alright, guys. We need 67 more subscribers. 67! Alright, here we go. Here we go. Thanks, Barbie, for subscribing. I will give you a shout out. Thank you so much, Barbie. Alright, Seattle. There you go. There you go. Awesome. Next up will be Wyoming. Here we go. Alright, guys, let's go. Wyoming, let's do a little bit of pink with some green. Here we go. Here we go. Awesome, awesome. Let's get this going. Alright. Next up is Chargers. So, here we go. Wyoming. There we go. There we go. Alright, coming up next is Chargers. Chargers, not baseball team, the football team. Let's go. They got blue and yellow. Here we go. Oh, I missed. Here we go. Let's let that one spin. Here we go. Alright, there we go. There we go. Alright, Chargers. There you go. There you go. LA Chargers. Awesome. Next up is going to be, that's a state. We're going to have a separate line for states. Portugal. Here we go. Alright, Portugal. Green and red for Portugal. Let's go. Let's go. What's up, Josh? How are you doing? We're going to choose a lucky subscriber in our lucky subscriber spin art game at 700 likes. So, we are not there yet. But do not worry, Josh. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Awesome, guys. Let's look at Portugal. There we go. There we go. Awesome. Australia. Coming up right now. Let's go. All right, Australia. Let's get that yellow with the pink. All right. Here we go, Australia. Here we go. Here we go. Awesome. Let's get that one spinning. Here we go. Here we go. Awesome. Let me look at the subscriber count, guys. We are still 61 subscribers away. But once we get there, I will do a circle spinner. Here we go. All right, you want the Philippines added? Let me know if you're a subscriber, and we can add them. I'll write them down now, but let me know, and then I can get them added to the line. All right, here we go. Here we go. You have to let me know if you're a subscriber and get your countries added. Here we go. Here we go. All right, here we go. Australia. There you go. All right. Tiny Bean 7289. When I end the stream, remind me. I might be able to do it. Let's see what we look like on time. But remind me at the end of the stream. All right, here we go. Here we go. Awesome, awesome. Oh, Netherlands, you subscribed. Thank you so much for subscribing. All right, guys, let's go. Let's go. All right, let's take a look at subscriber count. Are we there yet, guys? We need 50 more subscribers, and then we will do a lucky fan spin art on a circle for one lucky subscriber. Morocco, you have to be subscribed, and then we will play our subscriber spin art game for that circle. That's what we're going to do. Here we go. Awesome. Let's go. All right, USA. You've been waiting for the Philippines for 30 minutes. What? Hold up. Let me look in the line. 30 minutes is a long time. We got a long line, but let me look. All right. I can add you to the line. I don't see Philippines in here. Are you sure you didn't miss it? I will add Philippines in the line. Not to the very end. I'll throw you in the middle of the stack, so do not worry. But maybe you, I don't know. I thought I did it. That's all right. You are back in line, Philippines. USA. There we go. All right. Coming up next is Mexico. Green, white, and red. Similar to the Italy colors. I love it. All right. Here we go. Awesome. Next up is going to be Canada, guys. At 600 likes, I will choose a lucky subscriber in our lucky subscriber spin-art game, so make sure you're subscribed. Here we go. Mexico. There you are. Hope you enjoy it. All right. Coming up next is Canada. Here we go. Canada. Let's go. All right. Let's do red and black. You want Indonesia? Are you a subscriber? Let me know. If you are, I can do it. All right, Ukraine, you subscribed. Let's add Ukraine. All right, Ukraine, you have been added. Thank you so much for subscribing. Indonesia. All right, thank you so much for subscribing. All right, guys, in 3 more likes, we'll choose a lucky subscriber for lucky subscriber spin art. So, here we go. You have to be subscribed to win. And you have to be subscribed to participate, so let's go. All right, guys, we have hit the 3 likes, so make sure you comment your name, and then if you're a subscriber, let's go. I'm going to choose one of you guys after I do Minnesota. So there's Canada, and now we're doing Minnesota, and I'm going to choose one of you, so let's go. Awesome. All right. All right, we will do 2, actually. So Luke. Guys, and we're going to do another one at 750 likes, so do not worry. And Armando. We will do 2 of those. So, there we go. Here we go. Minnesota. I hope you enjoy. All right, we're going to do Luke and then Armando. There we go, Luke. Let's get some blue on that for you. And then let's get some orange. Here we go, Luke. All right, here we go. Here we go. Awesome. Let's take a look at it for Luke. There you go, Luke. Thanks for subscribing. All right, Luke. Armando, let's go. All right, let's get red and orange. Here we go. Get that one spinning. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Armando, there you go. There you go. I hope you enjoy. All right, Puerto Rico coming up right now. Let's go. All right, let's do some blue with some red for Puerto Rico. Let's get that spinning. Here we go. All right, guys, let me check subscriber count. If we have hit our number, I will do that circle one. We need 28 more subscribers. Then I will do the special one that I promised to you guys. So, here we go. Here we go. Awesome. Puerto Rico. There you go. Awesome. All right, Wisconsin coming up, coming up. All right, let's do some red for Wisconsin with some white. There we go, there we go. Awesome, here we go, here we go. Guys, at 750 likes, I'll choose 1 lucky subscriber for lucky subscriber spin art. Guys, also in 28 subscribers, I will choose 1 subscriber and they will do a lucky spin art on a circle. So, here we go. Awesome, guys. Wisconsin. There we go. Awesome, awesome. All right. Coming up next is going to be Argentina. Let's go. All right. Argentina. Let's do yellow and blue. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, my goodness. That one stopped spinning. Let's get that one spinning again. Here we go. All right. Argentina. There you go. All right, coming up next is going to be Georgia, the country. This was requested a little bit ago. We've had a long line. So, Georgia, the country, finally coming up. I hope you're still in here. All right, that's going to be black and red. Here we go. All right, let's let that one spin. Let's see subscriber count real quick. Have we hit it? Guys, we need 20 more subscribers, and then we will do our lucky subscriber spin art. All right, here we go. Here we go. All right, guys. Georgia. There you go. There you go. Awesome, guys. let's get Egypt going right now. All right, here we go. Black and red. There we go. Egypt. Awesome, awesome. Let's go. All right, here we go. Egypt. There you go. All right, guys. Because if you haven't subscribed, make sure we're subscribing. Here we go, guys. Make sure we're subscribing. All right, guys. Guys, if you have not subscribed, make sure we're subscribing. I'm going to give some shout-outs in the comment section right now of names. So put your name. I'm going to give some shout-outs to subscribers. So let me know if you're a subscriber, and then let me know your name. I'm going to give some shout-outs right now. I'm going to wipe this down, and as I wipe this down, I'm going to give shout-outs. So let's go. All right. What's up, Tim? How are you doing? What's up, Skylar? What's up, Alina? What's up, Peachy? What is up? What's up, Skylar? What's up, Skylar? However I say your name. All right. What's up, Austria? What's up, Angel? How are you guys doing? Make sure you're subscribed if you want a shout out. Kaylee, what is up? How are you doing? Good to see you, Kaylee. Here we go. Here we go. Someone said, why am I doing this right now? I got to clean the spin art machine. So as we clean, I'm going to give some shout outs. Make sure you're subscribed if you want a shout out. So here we go. Here we go. All right. You're subbed. What's up, Monica? Thank you so much for being subscribed. How's it going, Monica? What's up, Angel? How's it going? Here we go. Here we go. CJ and Madison, how are you guys doing? Good to see you guys. Thank you for coming to the stream. I appreciate it. All right. What's up, Dan? Thank you for being a subscriber. You've been subscribed. Thank you so much. All right. What's up? You've been subscribed. Nova, how's it going? You're a big fan. Marlena. Thank you so much, Marlena. All right. What other ones do we have in here? Here we go. What's up, Alex? How are you doing? Thank you for being a subscriber. All right. What other ones? I'm only giving shout outs to subscribers. Here we go. What's up, Kaylee from Tennessee? How's it going? What's up, Cameron? Thank you so much for being a subscriber. All right. You want to shout out? What's up, Monica? Thank you so much for being a subscriber. I appreciate you. What's up, Skylar? Thank you for being a subscriber. I appreciate you. All right. I'm doing good, Peachy. How are you doing? All right. What's up, Khalil? How's it going? What's up, Sam? All right. Make sure you're a subscriber, so let me know if you're a subscriber. And if you are, I'm trying to give my subscribers a shout out. Here we go. Awesome. What's up, Alina? How's it going? You subscribed. Thank you so much, Alina. Thank you for subscribing. Sup, bro? How's it going? All right. You subscribed. Thanks, Naish. How's it going? You want to shout out Alina, Monica? Thank you so much for being a subscriber. All right. What's up, Kinsley? Thank you for being a subscriber. What's up, Carmen? Thank you for being a subscriber, guys. Guys, I'm wiping down my spin art machine, so put in the comment section if you're a subscriber and then your name. I'm going to give shout outs to subscribers right now. What's up, Riley Kate? What's up? What's up? I haven't seen you in a while. Here we go. All right. Tennessee, blue and red. We are doing subscriber shout outs right now. All right. Here we go. Can I do... All right. All right, guys. Hold up. Let's see. Let's see. What's up, Addison? And you're subscribed. Thank you so much for being subscribed, Addison. I appreciate it. All right. Your country is Louisiana. Your country, your state is Louisiana. That's not a country, but that's okay. All right, here we go. All right, guys, I'm going to give some more shout outs to subscribers. You have to be subscribed for me to give you a shout out. All right, guys. Here we go. End of your stream. Can I do Michael? I did Armando for you, remember? That was our agreement, man. All right, come back tomorrow. Maybe we can do Michael tomorrow. All right. Guys, if you guys want to shout out, make sure you're subscribed, and I will give shout outs right now to subscribers. All right, here we go. Here we go. Let me know your name, and then if you're subscribed, and if you are, give you a shout out. Here we go. You got to let me know both. What's up, Angel? How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. What's up, Angel? You subscribe. Thank you, Mason, for subscribing. I appreciate it, Mason. You're from New Zealand. Wow. Great. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate all the love from New Zealand. Never been there. I would love to go to New Zealand sometime. What's up, Joseph? What's up, Amelia? All right. What if I pick Michael during Lux Skyward Spin Art? What if I do? That'd be pretty cool for Michael, right? All right. What is my state? Washington State. All right. Here we go. What's up, Amelia? What's up, Maya? What's up, Tyreek? What's up, Carson? Thank you for subscribing. What's up, Ranger? All right, guys. I'm giving some shout-outs to subscribers as I clean the spin art right now. So, if you're a subscriber, let me know. Then put your name in the comment section. Giving some shout-outs right now. So, you have to be a subscriber if you want a shout-out. Here we go. All right, guys. I'm going to give some more shout-outs to subscribers. All right. What's up, Khalil? Thank you for being a subscriber. I appreciate it, guys. Here we go. You have a question. What's your question? All right. All right. Here we go. How do I decide what to spin art? I look at the chat, and I do it based on subscriber. So if you let me know you're a subscriber, you have a better chance of getting your spin art done. So here we go. Here we go. What's up, Amelia? What's up? Thank you, Range. How's it going, Range? Yeah, if you guys want a shout out, let me know you're a subscriber. And then put your name in the chat. I'm giving some shout outs right now as I clean my spin art machine. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Can you become a mod? I have not seen you in a lot of streams. You just became a subscriber, so you have to come to more streams, and then you can become a mod. What's up, Adam? What's up, Kay? How's it going? All right. You subscribed, and your name is Hannah. Hi, Hannah. All right. What's up, Khalil? How's it going? Marlena, you subscribed. Thank you so much, Marlena. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You have a question. What's your question, Olivia? All right. You've been up. You stayed up until 12 p.m. watching my stream. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. All right. Maybe you got to go to bed, though. You're going to be tired tomorrow, but thank you for coming. All right, guys. I'm going to give some shout-outs to subscribers. So put that you're subscribed and then your name. I'm giving some shout-outs right now. Here we go. Here we go. All right. What's up, CJ and Madison? How's it going? Thank you so much for being a subscriber. All right, guys. I'm going to continue giving some shout-outs. So if you guys want a shout-out, let me know that you're subscribed and then your name. All right. Anvika, how's it going? All right. Kahara, how's it going? What is up? How are you guys all doing today? You have to be a subscriber if you want a shout-out. So you want a shout-out, you have to be a subscriber. Let me know. Let me know. Your name's Livy. What's up, Livy? How's it going? All right. Here we go. What's up, Mason? All right. You live in America. Nice, Skylar. Your name's Livy and you subscribe. What's up, Amelia? How's it going? What's up, Brenda? There's your shout-out. I hope you enjoy it. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Why am I not doing your country? I'm giving some shout-outs right now for subscribers. You're subbed. Your name's Kay. What's up, Kay? All right, here we go, here we go. What's up, Amelia? All right, guys, I'm only going to shout out names, not channel names, but your actual name. Louisiana's your country. Louisiana's a state. I'm so confused. I think I have Louisiana. Oh, Louisiana's right here, actually. Here we go, here we go. Your name's Kaylin. What's up, Kaylin? All right, you're from Mexico, Angel. Nice, nice. You subscribe to me. Thanks, Marlena. I appreciate it. Dub, Seattle Seahawks here. Facts, man. Thanks, man. I think it's a dub, too. All right, you have another question. What's your question? You want Spider-Man. Man, that's pretty cool. I would like that one. I think Spider-Man is pretty cool. Nebraska. What's up, Nebraska? All right. Dub, Seattle Seahawks chair. I like it, man. All right, guys. Here we go. I'm going to give some more shout-outs to subscribers. So put in the comment section if you're a subscriber and then your name. Here we go. You have another question. All right. What's your question? I got some questions coming in. What are the questions? Here we go. Range said subscribe. Thanks, Range. I appreciate it. What's up, Brooklyn? North Carolina. Oklahoma. You're subbed. subscribe. Thank you, Oklahoma. Do I send these / sell these? So no, you take a screenshot when I show them, and that's how you get your spin arts. So that's how we do it. But right now, I'll give some shout outs to more subscribers. All right, Mason, thank you so much. Here we go. Can I do dolphins? If you come back tomorrow, I'll do dolphins. You just got to remind me in the chat. But I think dolphins would actually be pretty cool. But all right, here we go. Here we go. All right, guys, I'm going to get off here. I'll be back tomorrow. So if you have any more requests, come back, and I got you. Olivia, shout out. There you go.